If you're planning on hitting Diamond this season, this is exactly what you need to hear coming from a top 500 Merge Tactics player. Now, the thing that I'm about to show you is pretty complex, and a lot of high-level players are understanding it, and that's the reason why they're able to get into top ladder. And what it's called is early round cycling. Now, early round cycling is basically cycling in the early rounds to get the Goblin synergy. So you're actually going to be okay with sacrificing your 2-star troops in hopes of getting the Goblin synergy. Now, we actually do get it here. And it's actually insane how much I'm willing to risk just to get this early game synergy just because of how good and how overpowered it is. The Goblin synergy, if you guys don't know, is the best synergy in the game. It's part of every single comp right now that's meta. Goblin Throwers uses it, and Goblin Rangers, which are the two best comps in the game, they both use it. And the reason why this individual comp is so strong is just because of how much early game elixir it can generate for you. Now, we are up against a Spirit Empress player right now, which is actually the first Spirit Empress player that I have ever seen up here at top 500. I'm not sure why he's using the Spirit Empress or if he does have any advantages, but I guess we'll see once we go up against him right here. I do believe that the Loong is the best troop right now, or the Loong is the best ruler right now in Merge Tactics, just because of those early troops that he gives. It's super OP, and I would highly recommend you use the Loong if you're not already. Obviously, if you are comfortable with the Empress and the Queen, you can go ahead and use that, but you're not going to win nearly as much as you would with the Loong. So, right here, we're going to go ahead and get our early game Rangers, and this is what I've been targeting every single game, is Goblin Rangers. Every single game, that's what you want. You can go for the alternative comp, which is Goblin Throwers. This guy right here is running it. This guy right here is running it. Those are the two best comps in the game right now. Now, some people are also running a kind of Rangers and Throwers comp. I actually don't think that is as good of a comp as just having Rangers or Throwers. We do lose that there, unfortunately, because of the Musketeer stuns. And also, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you are planning on pushing to Diamond, that I am going to be putting out probably a couple more videos in the future about making it to Diamond, and a couple of tips and tricks that you can learn. But probably one of my next videos is going to be talking about the recent balance changes that were just introduced only about a couple hours ago where I'm at. Very, very insane. What they did is they basically removed the stun from the Goblin machine and just left it pretty much the same otherwise. They gave it a little buff to its rockets that it's shooting, but super significant nerf to the Goblin machine. So I guess we'll see in the future if that does change the meta. But we are able to knock out this guy, and now he's in 4th place here. We should be sitting either in 1st or 2nd. Yeah, we're going to be sitting in 2nd. We're going to be playing the guy who is in 1st right now. And hopefully we can go ahead and get this Skeleton King in. We do. Let's go ahead and sell the Goblin for the Valkyrie. And we're going to go ahead and get the Prince in here so we get the Noble synergy. Now, this is probably one of your best comps that you're going to get with the Rangers. Basically, how it works is you have the 3-star Goblin and the 3-star Archer, while your Juggernauts and your other tanky troops just shield pretty much everything else. Your Prince is your weakest card in this because Prince just isn't a great card, but I do have it in here to knock back the Giant Skeleton right here, which is going to be very nice. Basically, notice how I'm in such a good spot right now, and this is because I was able to use my early game advantage of cycling early game and getting all these troops that are getting all this elixir to upgrade my troops, which is super helpful. So now I'm in 1st, and I should play the guy who's already out right now, and we do. So the reason why I'm actually here right now, the reason why I'm at this point, is because I sacrificed my early elixir to get goblins and secure my goblin synergy, and that's why I have a little bit more elixir than this guy right here who's playing Loong. And I really think that, especially up against other Loong users, this is probably the best strategy. Now, this guy right here is probably going to win with the Spirit Empress just because of how much late game elixir he's going to be able to get, and should be able to have a max comp. So hopefully one of these guys gets knocked out here so we can secure a 2nd place win right here. But I guess we're going to see. He's also playing full brawlers, this guy. Actually might be a pretty decent comp with the new update with the nerf to the Goblin machine, because the Goblin machine was the best stun card in the game, and it is significantly worse, to the point of almost probably going to be out of the meta completely. If it wasn't Goblin Juggernaut, it would be out of the meta, and that guy just got absolutely destroyed by this guy right here. So let's hopefully try and get back. I just made a very bad play right there. Instead of buying the wizard, I went for the other card that was there, which was a very bad play. Also, I probably want this giant skeleton in here just to stun and knock back these troops. Let's go ahead and try. Our only hope is if we get a 3-star Dart Goblin. We do not, and I don't want to take a significant elixir advantage, because hopefully we should still be able to stay in this game after this loss right here that we're going to take. We might not, though. This guy is absolutely insane comp with the Spirit Empress. And that's kind of why people are, sort of still able to, she's able to hang around with the top rulers, is because once you get past those first rounds, she is technically usable. She gets a lot of 3-star troops compared to all the others. And yeah, we are going to lose this game, or we're going to get second this game, which is absolutely fine. Empress user obviously has a big late game advantage. So let's hop into our next game here and see if we can get this early game Goblin synergy once again. All right, we're in our next game here, and we're playing another non-loong user, which is very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get the Goblin here because it's the cheapest troop. And because we have all 4 and 5 costs, we're actually not going to sell any of our troops up here, and we're just going to try and win the first round instead. Unfortunately, this guy we're playing up against does get the Goblin synergy, which is pretty bad for us, but that is okay because we still only need 1 Goblin card to get the Goblin synergy, and hopefully we can get that next time. Unfortunately, we get a pretty bad starting hand. For the next round, we get the 4 and 5 elixir troops, which is pretty unfortunate, but we're going to go ahead and get the Goblin synergy right here. Second round, we get Goblin and we get Juggernaut, which is pretty good for us. We don't have the strongest troops compared to other people right now, but that is okay because we now have the Goblin synergy and we should be able to come back from this nicely. Hopefully we can get a couple of his troops out of the way. He does have Ranger. Obviously, Ranger is the best comp in the game still. It's not even close, but let's hopefully be able to take out his Goblin Machine. Obviously, my Goblin Machine isn't going to stun anymore, so that's really unfortunate for us. And the Goblin Machine really doesn't have enough hit points to kind of tank as much anymore, so that is a significant nerf to it, and we're going to be seeing, in the future if that does substantially affect its performance. But right now, we really don't have anything that we can do. We do not have any throwers, and we do not have any rangers, so this is an example of a bad start with the loong. Luckily, we do have a guy who's playing Queen, and that is unfortunate for him. Obviously, Queen probably worst troop, second worst ruler in the game behind the Empress at top ladder, that is. I would not run anything except the loong. My Goblin Machine does not take out the Goblin. We are out of the game, I believe. Wow. We got 4th. Are we serious? We got 4th by 1 second. Are we serious? That is unfortunate. Really do not like to take a 4th place there, but that is just an example of how bad RNG can, kind of affect your early game gameplay as far as getting the Goblin. That just shows, kind of how important it is to get this early game Goblin synergy. And we do get a Goblin to start out, which is huge. Hopefully we can get a Dart. Yep, there we go. So we already have a Goblin synergy to start off this round, and it is the Your Mind modifier. So hopefully we're going to be able to get one of his troops out of the way. Hopefully we should get the giant skeleton out of the way. And honestly, just a hopefully pretty decent start. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the giant skeleton out of the way. Please, 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 please. No way. Okay, bad start. Okay, never mind. Did not get the greatest start after that. I thought I did have a decent start, but turns out I did not because got a little bit of bad luck there. We're going to get the 4 goblins, which I don't particularly mind. It's probably not ideal, but I'm going to get either a Goblin Machine or a Dart Goblin. I don't think it's going to be too great, but let's just go ahead and move these back a little bit so he has to walk up to me a little bit. We're also going to lose this round. Once again, the only good thing is that we have the Goblin Synergy. That's the only thing going for us right now. We're going to be in last place looking for this round, and hopefully we can go ahead and try and salvage something. Not looking too hopeful, but we might be able to pivot to maybe okay, we're going to go ahead and go for Rangers here. No, we're not. We're going to go for Throwers. All right. We're going to go ahead and go for Throwers right here because that is basically the only comp that we can possibly go for. Let's go ahead and get the P.E.K.K.A in here, and then that. Let's go ahead and sell this for the 2-star executioner, and hopefully we can win this round. It does not look like we will, though. So, once again, it was a pretty good start. We might actually still win this. I'm not sure. Okay, we get the giant skeleton down. I don't know. I don't think we win this. That is very unfortunate. Yet another unfortunate game for us here. But we do. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. 2 4th places in a row. Once again, harder. It's really hard for me to talk on camera. So I'm going to be playing again and going to be showing you once again. It is very difficult because every single person is going for the goblins, especially at top ladder. So that's why I take a little bit of sacrifices for the goblin synergy. Let's go ahead and get the spear goblin right here. Let's get another spear goblin, and we're gonna go ahead and get the thrower card and the executioner, and hopefully we can win this round. I don't think we will. Pretty good dummy placement by him. I should have moved my spear goblin probably to counter that dummy. But that is okay because we should be able to take out the knight, hopefully. Actually, we probably won't be able to. I guess we'll see here. We do take out the knight, which is nice, and we should take out the archer as well because we have the ranger synergy or thrower synergy, blaster synergy, goodness. And let's see if we can get some goblins here. We do not get any goblins. I'm not going to sell my 2-star my 2-star spear goblin this time. Actually, no, just because I have the blaster synergy, I'm not going to sell my spear goblin to get another in hopes of getting 2 more goblins. Sometimes I would do that, but I just don't think that it is worth it right here. So I'm just going to keep it, and we're gonna hopefully win this round. We should win this round. We take out the princess, we take out the executioner, which is very nice. And it looks like we're going to be going for a goblin thrower comp this game, which is the second best trait, I guess, in the game. And let's go ahead and get the, there we go, there's our goblin. So there's our goblin trait. We're down 1 troop to this guy, but that is okay. Unfortunately, he is running the ranger synergy, and he's putting all his troops on the back line right here. I'm really not sure about that baby dragon. That might do a little bit too much, but we should be able to be okay. Just because of that executioner. Hopefully, we do win this. I think we should. We shouldn't take too much damage here, but if we do, it's not going to be the end of the world for us here. We're going to go ahead and knock out most of his troops. We do get a nice executioner lineup on that archer right there, and we do not take it out, but that is okay. We're going to go ahead and get the P.E.K.K.A. next round, and hopefully we can get maybe a goblin or a spear goblin. We do get the spear goblin, which is pretty nice. We'll take that. I'm just going to hold off here. I'm not going to sell anything because I don't think it's very worth it. And hopefully I'm going to be able to get a 3-star spear goblin in the next round. I could sell the spear goblin right here for the 2-star goblin machine. Honestly, if the goblin machine had not just gotten a nerf where they removed its stun, I probably might have, but now that it just has a stun remove, the nerf where they removed its stun, I really don't think that I'm going to be making that sacrifice. Let's see if we can hopefully not take too much damage here. We should probably lose this still, but as long as we can not take too much damage and stay in this game, we should be fine. We do not take that much damage. We do heal up off the ace trait, and we almost win that game, but unfortunately we fall a little bit short. Hopefully we can get a 3-star spear goblin here. We do, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and get the barbarian here and the wizard. I don't know. I need more tanks on my front line, but we're looking pretty decent here. We still got plenty of health, and hopefully we can beat this guy. He is playing the thrower ranger comp. I actually don't think this comp is very good. And the reason why I don't think it's very good is because it kind of lacks a lot of tanks in the front. I guess we'll see later on in this game if it is good. But just the lack of tanks is very problematic for both the rangers and the throwers, because the rangers need to have the opponent's troops far away, so they need tanks, and the rangers need time to ramp up, so they also need tanks. And I think it's just very problematic for that kind of archetype of rangers and blasters. There's just not enough tanks in the front line for it. So we are playing the guy in second right now, and hopefully we can go ahead and get some more tanky frontline troops. We do get a Mega Knight, which is pretty decent, but not exactly what we would hope for. But we're gonna go ahead and put a Valkyrie instead of the Knight right here. And hopefully next round we can get the... I'm probably going to go for the Executioner next round just because it seems a little bit more contested. Sorry. And hopefully we will be able to win this just because of his low-level Dart Goblin, or his 2-star Dart Goblin. If this Dart Goblin was a 3-star, we would have lost, but we should have a little bit better of a time dealing with that. I am very interested to see how this Goblin Machine nerf is going to shake up the meta. I think it will probably have a little bit of an impact. I don't know how much of an impact it'll have, but I'm pretty sure it will have some sort of impact. We actually fairly luckily stay in the game right there. I was very close to being disastrous. I do go ahead and get the Mega Knight right there, just because I feel like it's pretty useful, more useful as a tank than it would be to, have a potential Executioner 3 stars, although a 3-star Executioner I would probably much rather have than a 3-star Mega Knight. We are playing this guy right here. Hopefully this guy in second can lose right here so we can go ahead and get second place. If not, that's going to be very unfortunate for us. But look how we've set up here. We've set up with the Goblins, and we've set up for a pretty nice comp just because we were able to get the elixir from the early game Goblins. So if you guys are looking to get to Diamond, you need to be getting the early game Goblin synergy because it is the best way to maintain elixir no matter what ruler you're using. You could be using King, you could be using Loong, you could be using Queen, Empress. It does not matter. You need to get this early game Goblin synergy. It is incredibly OP, and you definitely need to be utilizing it. Now, unfortunately, we're probably going to end up losing here just because we kind of got unlucky with who we're playing. I'm going to go ahead and try and cycle through. Let's get this Mega Knight right here and hopefully get one more card upgraded. But I don't think that will do any good. We get the Executioner right there, and I think this will probably be GG's. He has the 3-star Dart Goblin, incredibly OP. Let's see if we can maybe make something happen placement-wise. I guess it wouldn't really hurt just because, he doesn't have any stun cards actually, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and put the Executioner on this tile right here, and then, okay, so I kind of messed up my placement a little bit on that, but I did get my Executioner not lined up, I guess. Okay, nice. Yeah, so I guess, I don't think I could have won that possibly, but, that's okay. We didn't get very lucky on who we faced up against. That's fine though. I guess that's bound to happen eventually, and I'm also, on camera. But we were able to get ourselves in a pretty nice spot, just because we did have that early game Goblins once again. That's gonna be it for this video. Let's see how far down we tilted real quick before I end the video. We are still just outside the top 500, which is okay. So guys, definitely go for those early game Goblin synergies. Be aware of what comps you're playing, and make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys all make it to Diamond by the end of the season.